Morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Namaste Experience. As you can see, I'm still here in Portland for 2 more days. I'll be back in Mexico on Friday night, so maybe I'll see a few of you then, definitely over the weekend. And for everyone else, it's always so good to join with you. That's the key. We are here to join in a single intention, as opposed to what we usually do, which is join in many, many different opposing intentions, separation, all the meaningless ideas and roles that we play. But here, when we come to this meeting every day, we are here for a single reason, a single intention, and that is to remember love, to remember who we are. And so today we're going to do that by asking a question, kind of two questions, but they're really only one. The questions are, who am I? And where did I come from? And we're going to look at this from a few different perspectives. So to begin, I'm going to start off with a song, also a few lines from the master teacher, and I've just been having so much fun creating these. So let me share this. This is going to be his answer, and then we're going to go a little bit more deeply into it. So here we go.
Who am I really and where did I come from?
Who am I really and where did I come from?
You're caught with the power of your own mind demonstrating your own reality. What we're doing here now, attempting to do, is to get you not to judge at all. Non-judgment is what salvation is. Why do you continue to compare illusion? I can't take that away from you. I can tell you you're more than that, though. The problem cannot be solved because the problem is not real.
I love that last line. The problem cannot be solved because the problem is not real. There's only one problem and there's only one solution. The problem is you're asking the question, who am I and where did I come from? Because the who that is asking the question is not. The you, the idea, the concept of you asking the question, who am I, is not real. The identity, the symbol is the unreality that is trying to figure itself out. Where did I come from? You didn't come from anywhere. And so, non-judgment, to not judge anything, this is the entryway, the path in to realizing who I am, who you are really, the realization of my oneness with God, with all of reality. But we're going to begin by looking at this question from the perspective of Ramana Maharishi. Ramana Maharishi. I can never say it. You know what I'm talking about. Maharishi. No, whatever. Ramana. Here it is. I asked Sophia what Ramana would say about this. And Maharshi, that's it. Uh, and she's told me Ramana Maharshi would not answer the question, who am I really? He would not answer it. in the usual sense. He would turn the question back toward the one asking. He taught that the question itself is the doorway to realization. When asked, "Who am I?" he would say, "Find out who is asking the question. Who is asking, who am I? To whom does this thought arise?" For Ramana, the inquiry was not meant to produce an intellectual answer, like "I am the soul" or "I am consciousness," but to dissolve the questioner entirely. That's the key, to dissolve the one asking the question. He would often explain that every thought, every emotion, or every identity, like "I am not the body," "I am the doer," "I am happy," "I am sad," they all depend upon the root thought, "I am." Every one of them is trying to assert the identity of "I am." And to trace that "I" to its source is to awaken to the self with a capital S, the self beyond all form and mind. So once again, to trace that, to keep going, well, who is that and who is that? To trace it all the way back, beyond form, beyond mind. He might phrase it like this: the I that asks the question is not the real I. It's not who you really are. And when the false I, the one that asks the question, disappears, the true I alone remains silent, boundless, ever present. That is the self, who you really are, the self with a capital S, ever present. And in the end, Ramana would say that you are pure awareness. That's the key. You are pure awareness. This is the reality that is forever real, the truth that is forever true. Pure awareness, not the body, not the mind, not the personality, but the unmoving witness in which all of these appear and disappear. And when that truth is seen directly, the question, "Who am I?" falls away, for there is no longer anyone left to ask the question. So once again, we go back to what the master teacher said. What if we could live without judging anything, especially who I am? You see, the ego is constantly asking that question, and it has 1,000,000,000,000,000 different answers. I am this, I am that, I'm going to change, I'm going to be something later. It depends upon how I'm feeling, it depends upon a lot of things. But all of those things are a smoke screen to cover up the reality of who you are beyond all of those ideas and definitions. So when he asks the question, "Who am I really? And where did I come from?" You came from heaven. You came from the one, and you remain with the one forever. That has never and could never change. The reality that is forever real. So that is from the perspective of Ramana and the master teacher. Now we're going to hear a little bit more from Ramana. And what he's going to assert, and I think maybe this is the closest that we can get, is you are grace itself. You are an emanation of the beloved. You are the radiation of love, like a flower that emanates a scent. You smell that scent even if it's strong enough, even before the flowers have been brought into the room, because it goes before you. It extends from, but never leaves its source. The scent never leaves the flower, just as you never leave your creator. So this is what Ramana has to say about this. He says, God's grace is always there. You imagine that it is something somewhere high up in the sky, far away and has to descend, has to come down to you. But it's really inside you. Grace is really inside you, in your heart. And the moment you affect, or the moment that your mind merges into this source, the grace rushes forth. Excuse me. Spouting as if from a spring from deep within you. This is the key. The grace rushes forth. When you get out of the way, when the you that you have designed and created and maintained gets out of the way, the grace rushes forth. Mm. One more bit from him. He says, grace is within you. If it were external, it would be useless. Grace is the self. It is not something to be acquired from others. All that is necessary is to know its existence in you, to feel that grace moving within you. You are never out of its operation. Grace is always there, always present. It is not manifest because of ignorance prevailing. It is always wholly present as you, in you. And so when we ask the question, who am I and where did I come from? The answer is simple. I am that grace. We could say, I am that Christ. I am that love. Not the identity that I've claimed or believe or asserted. It's time to stop asserting. What do you think? It's time to stop pushing out who I think I am, asserting that I am this, I am that, I'm something else. And just hold to what is most true, the single reality that never changes. I am love. Is that something you think you could live with? That you are love itself? There's nothing else that you need to assert but that. That is the fragrance of grace that goes before you. So let's just relax into that for a moment before we bring our dear Vicky on. What does it feel like to relax into the emanation of grace, the scent of love, the reality that is forever real? How does that feel to you? For me, there's nothing like it. No feeling that even comes close. And when I ask the question, who am I really? That's the answer. Remember, this is not something that we figure out. It's something that we allow to emerge. It's something that we allow to already be figured out. You, the truth within you, has been figured out a long time ago. If you would just relax into that, this would be over. This dream would end. There'd be nothing left for you to do but to radiate. And a lot of you are doing that now. This is a very highly awakened group. All of you who are here, either at Namaste Village or online or watching this on Zoom, you wouldn't be watching this. You wouldn't be resonating with this unless you were ready. You were ready to be a teacher of God, to be a teacher of love. Now we just need to remain consistent within that. We need to stay steady and not be pulled off track by all of those other desires, all of those other definitions. Just stay with the simple truth. I am love. Where did I come from? I came from love. Where am I going? I'm going to love. That's the only thing we need to know. So, Vicky, I'll let you take it from there.
Why, thank you, Brother James, and thank Ramana and all the enlightened ones that give us all the signposts in every language, in every way we can access it. But as you were reading it, what what settles in me from the time I was a kid, and I think it's accept you be like a little child, and that all of us have that in us. And most of what has happened is getting rid of the things we put in the way of what we naturally felt as children. And the first experience of truth that I can identify would be in the word care. Like as a kid, I remember caring. I cared that big fish ate little fish. I couldn't understand that. It's like, what? How could big fish eat little fish? What's really going on here? And I just felt, oh, I don't know, but I care. And if I saw my sisters frightened, I cared. And today, wherever we find ourselves, caring is an energy. It's an experience of love that is the scent of the flower that keeps giving itself away. And then caring isn't something that just happens when there's something that looks like it's asking for help in front of you. There's a consistency of caring, like a flower doesn't stop throwing off its scent. It's like a flower is the scent. The part of the scent is part of the flower. It just keeps giving itself. And that's what we do no matter what's in front of us. And so I love examples too, and I'm witnessing examples all around me. Look at Dia. Dia's birthday today, and she cares. She cares enough to celebrate. Thank you, Dia. We're all celebrating with you. But we care, like Chris's party tonight, dance party tonight. He cares. It started from wanting to give of the music that's in his being, just wanting to care and offer a gift. There's a big party over the weekend. Some of you know, some of you don't, maybe yet. The big Foundation for Inner Peace, the big party of the Course in Miracles, 50 years, is happening this Saturday. And Alan, who's right here in our room every day, he's the New York center. He's the New York broadcasting base. He cares. He cares. And what happens when you care? You give everything you've got. Everything you've got. If you go to the dance party tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern time for Chris, you'll see Chris is an in motion care, in motion celebrating, in motion the giving of himself. You watch Saturday, go to the FIP online and get the link. You have to register, and you will see caring that's 100%. All of us, we care. Care is what love is. And when we care and we find ourselves in bodies and time, it's a giving that we've been talking about earlier in the week, where you give everything you've got. You give everything. It's where you take whatever you have, whatever loaves and fishes are in your hand, and you give it everything. And by grace, whoosh, it turns into 5,000 loaves and fishes. It turns into a magnificence that is heard and felt through the whole sonship, through all of us. There's a caring that's love, that's unconditional. And when we let it be, we let it rise in us, watch out, because it lights up the real world of our holiness, of our oneness. And that's what these parties do. These parties, whether it's on the weekend and you see the big celebration for FIP, whether you go to the dance on tonight or you come to our 50-day party every day, we do the 50-day. Whatever you come to with all of you gives. That's our nature, to give all of ourselves to what is in front of us, to give whatever talent we have. Alan's made up this incredible video that's a holy pilgrimage of the Course in Miracles, because that's his gift. It's a talent he has. Elaine is sitting behind me. For 2 days, she's been making presents to give away. She's been making all these little gifts to give away and writing and figuring them out, because it's her nature. She came with nothing, and then whoosh, in her hands came everything. That's what we are. We are the give. It's not that we give to anyone. We are the give. So witness it, enjoy it, and rest into it, because working it is what's in the way. Efforting is what's in the way. because efforting is self-conscious of a separate self. When we rest, we're not self-conscious anymore of a separate self. We're being, we're letting. And when we let that energy of love that cares, wish, it kind of announces itself. It's like it takes over. And whatever is given us to do, it's like popping out of our hands and our fingers, and we find ourselves doing it. She spent hours making these little gifts, hours, and it was no effort. It was from resting, and an inspiration comes. Do this, an inspiration comes. Okay, I'll give that. Listen for the inspirations of love. It's what we are. And you'll never be confused about what you are. You'll be exhilarated. Thank you, Brother James. Thank you,
Thank you so
everybody.
much. It's all in the give. I love that message. If you want to know who you are, give yourself away. Give in some way, something creative like Elaine's doing. Just start creating something or go out onto the street and just bless everyone. Give everyone your love. That's another form of just giving. So, however you choose to do it, however you're inspired, just give it all. Don't hold anything back. That's been the real consistent message of the week. Don't hold anything back. Give everything. So, let's turn to the Calico Corner and we're going to have Penny Honey take us home. Good morning, Penny Honey.
Hello, beloved ones. Thank you. I am in beautiful northern Arizona, and it is my joy to be here. And I feel cared for when I sit in your presence. And James, I was thinking about that thing that you said, that who am I? And where did I come from? Boy, have we asked that question repeatedly. At least I have in my life. And I just invite you into this. Consider the power of your mind when asking that question, the power that we have to have created the illusion that we think is real. That's how powerful your mind is. It also has the power to see the illusion and step into the truth. This is where we remember that we are caring and loving beings. This illusion is very convincing that we've created. And the very fact that we have the power to create such a convincing illusion tells us that we are the power to step into the truth. I want to share this with you this morning from Master.
We lost your audio, Penny Honey, if you can hear me. I don't know if you hit the button or not. Let me just take a look here in the gallery and see if I can find you. Hmm. I don't see Penny Honey anymore. Maybe she accidentally left, but I'm looking at some of these beautiful faces. Hello, Angelica. Wonderful to see you. Allison. Wow, look at all these people. Judy. Wow, there's Jet doing his breathing. Good to see all of you. I can't wait to see all of you at Namaste when I get back. I see that Scott is ready to play something, but before we do that, since Penny seems to have disappeared right before she shared something. I'm going to turn to Alan. Good morning, Alan. I'd love to hear about your excitement for this weekend and how you're going to be sharing your enthusiasm for the anniversary of A Course in Miracles. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, it's very easy to hook up with the celebration by going to FIP's website, and the registration is there. You can watch for free. You can join the watch party for free. But there are going to be watch parties all over the world. So they're going to cut to our place here. We're going to have 25 familiar course faces here. Brother Joseph Juniper Joseph also has a video that's going to be featured, a short one that he recorded. And I did a pilgrimage tour of the city. One day I tracked down, during the pandemic, I tracked down the addresses for Helen and Bill and Ken and Judy, and I walked around the city to sort of do a mandala of those places. And I proposed that to FIP folks. I went out and recorded the history of Course in Miracles here in New York City. It's a lot of fun, and it's been beautifully edited with photos of the first family, and I think it's going to be great. So there's all kinds of wonderful interviews and things happening. It's just going to be a lot of fun, I promise you that. And with Vicky involved, what else? There's going to be a lot of food.
Oh yeah, amazing. So go to the Foundation for Inner Peace website and you can sign up for the entire gathering there. So before we go, let me just check. Penny Honey, have you made it back in? Okay, well, I guess not. And Scott is here. We can hear him coughing. So Scott, why don't you take us home? Good morning to you.
All righty. All right. So, James, um, we have a little challenge with the internet, so the guitar isn't going to sound all that. Allow home three. And let's start with, hey, it was 50 years ago, almost today, that Jesus taught Helen to play. And she said, "Why me? I don't even believe in you." And he said, "Because it's something you agreed to do." And no matter how atheist she pretended she was, she gave herself over to the plan of love. And here we are 50 years later, no longer being a joy procrastinator, choosing it each and every day, learning to get out of our own way, learning that who am I is not really the question, because the one asking is an illusion that gives you indigestion. All we need to know is we came from love. We're going to love. We are love. And grace ain't something outside that descends upon us worthy ones. Grace is who we are. And the journey outside the kingdom is done. Never existed. We are just so blessed. And I confess, 50 years of A Course being here, 50 years of simply choosing love over fear, 50 years of going deeper into the truth. I'll be there this weekend online. Will you?
Yeah, thank you, Scott. We are there now. Thank you to everyone. Thanks for helping us to answer that question. Who am I and where did I come from? I am love itself, and I came from love, and I'm going to love. There's only one place to go, and that is love right here, right now. And to that, we say, Amen, Amen,
Amen.
Amen y punto. And happy birthday to you, Dia, and love to you all. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
Mhm. Mhm.